Shemai, it is finally sunny. It's actually the beginning of April here in Wales. Done loads in the garden, but at the moment I am cleaning Vanny De Vito out. As you know, I've got a new Ford Transit van, which I absolutely love. But for now, I just want to give him a little clean. He's all past the MOT and stuff like that. But just before we sort of put him for sale officially, make it nice and clean for anybody who comes to have a look. But let's just show you the new van. Now then, we've had it since, December? Let's just have a little look. Ta-da! So this is, and I've got to say, I'm going to climb in for a minute. I love this van, okay? I haven't had to personalise it that much. I've got a little hoodie on my automatic gear stick, and you can just see my phone holder there. And right on the floor down there, I've actually put a little sort of carrying, organising space in there. So that's really handy. But yeah, it's like a car to drive. It really, really is. It's got all this, well, sat nav, it all works with your phone. So yeah, this is the driver's area. Oh, it's actually a crew van. So it's got 3 seats in the back. You may not have noticed, most transit vans have 3 seats in the front. This one doesn't, it's just 2 seats. So it's lovely and comfy to drive. But yeah, the 3 seats in the back mean that I can fit 5 people in here. In other words, I can get all the ukulele-maniacs in here. Let's just have a little look in the rear. So yeah, there have been a few little customised bits here. We've got our no ukuleles are left in this vehicle overnight. And of course my Ukulele Wales logo. And then, what have we done in here? Right, well, first of all, ages ago you saw me cutting this bit of carpet, and in fact underneath the carpet there is actually a rubber mat as well. I've painted the walls in here because they are sort of plywood, and then customised the bulkhead or the back wall with some ukulele stickers and little signs, ukes not ukes, ukulele-maniacs, and keep calm, play ukulele. So yeah, it's a really good space in here for getting the PA or getting any equipment if I'm going away for the weekend or whatever. And then just a little bit of organisation, because you've got to keep certain things, you know, tyre pressures, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the interior of the Ford Transit, and I gotta say, I love it. It's just a really nice looking van, or at least I think it is anyway. Right, back to the job in hand, which is washing Vanny De Vito. It's actually gone a bit windy and it's a bit cold. I don't know if you can see how red my nose is, but Vanny De Vito is washed outside and cleaned inside. And hopefully over the next couple of weeks we will get Lloyd, our motorhome, ready to go out and about too. So that's me done for today, but we are going to be doing a bit of 3D printing over the next couple of days, so I'll show you what we've been up to and what we've been printing.
A few days later.
So it's actually Easter weekend. It was a couple of days ago. I was outside when it was actually dry, washing the vans and things. And that's a job for a bit later today, is just to put Vanny out the front with a for sale sign in it. Talking of signs, just have a little look at these. This is what I've been printing a lot of the last couple of weeks. So it started off with me doing a sign for the van, no ukuleles left in this vehicle. Then I went on to these ones, these on tour ones. We got Ukulele-maniacs on tour, and I printed some up for the Friends bands. Little things like uke till you puke. And these are all custom, okay? And in fact, I can just see at the bottom, those are the ones that I've done for the van. So it's been brilliant fun customising signs. Now then, Richard's got some jobs today. We were contacted about a filtration system, and lots of you have mentioned about the fumes and things, and we haven't noticed a problem at all. But the plan today, this filtration system has arrived, and I didn't realise this. He's got to print parts to go with it. All right, so that's going to be one of his jobs. But I think the very first job he's going to do is to empty the diaper. In other words, all those bits at the bottom of the printer. See, as I said, we were contacted about whether we wanted to try one of these. We genuinely have no idea what this is actually going to entail.
Lots of boxes of things, but it's a filter.
Air filter for FDM 3D printer. Hazards.
That's fun. And instructions.
We still keep getting loads and loads of questions about filaments, and I always say we look for the cheapest on Amazon. We haven't found any problems at all with humidity. Okay, we just genuinely haven't. We can only comment on us, and we haven't had any problems, but we will do a video soon just on buying filaments. Okay, how are we getting on with that?
Fine. Find the site and go and download the parts.
No, you've got to do something else first.
Oh, I don't do. Let's do this.
Right, let me show everybody a minute. So this diaper has been in here for a good few weeks. Okay, it's a bit dark in the back, but hopefully you can see how much stuff, all of that stuff would have just ended up on the floor of the printer. So, without further ado, don't let it flip back, she says. Oh, we're looking good, we're looking good. Let's have a little look. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there, and you think lots of these tiny little bits we wouldn't even see. So, hopefully, that is nice and easy. So there we are, diaper removed. It does look so nice and clean in there, although I can just spot the tiny little bits. But considering how much we've just got out of there, I do think the diaper has helped.
Put the diaper back now. So it's the BQ Panda Diaper P2S.
Cool. Idris, you helping? And it really is simple to get in and out.
Right, let's get to the website and download the parts and get them printed.
So Richard's just been getting all the little bits out of the box. We'll have a look at those in a minute. And I have just sent the first file through. They were easy enough to download the zip file, but there's quite a lot of printing. I think it's maybe 5 or 6 different plates, and each one is taking 4 or 5 hours. So it's going to be tomorrow this gets finished. And there we are. Those are all the bits that come with it.
So we've got a filter, a fan, some bits, screws, etc., and a power supply for the fan.
And it is called, let me just show you the instruction manual, the Alveo 3D. There we are. So we'll come back to the printing once we've actually got some things to show you.
Much later.
So it's almost bedtime. I think we've done plate 1, we've done plate 2. Plate 3 is a 4-hour print, and plate 4 is a 7-hour print. And as it's almost midnight and we're going to go to bed, we might as well put plate 4 on, the long one, and then we'll go back and do plate 3 in the morning. I hope that makes sense. That is my trolley of ukuleles that I take around schools with me. That where you're going to sleep tonight, is it, Wolfie? Ooh, things are going through the printer. That's right. See you tomorrow, hopefully, when everything finishes printing.
The next morning.
Following morning, next lot's just been sent to the printer for the filtration system. Let's have a little look to see what we've printed so far. So we got quite a few pieces already printed out. Don't ask me what they are. This is going to be Richard's job later because I got a rehearsal. But yeah, the next bit has just been sent through.
Well, it's been about 2 or 3 days of printing. All the parts are now printed. Let's get it all put together and working. That's the fan housing put together. There's a gap here for the filter, which will slot in shortly. We have the power and remote control receiver put together. Now it's just a matter of slotting all these bits together to make a riser to fit on top of the printer. Well, that didn't work very well. I seem to have broken the piece putting it in. So, we need to print out one extra piece.
Several cups of tea later.
And we're back! Broken part, reprinted. So, just a matter of putting it together now. Next awkward one. So all done, we're looking good. So that's the riser for the air filter. Right, I've taken the AMS off and the screen off, ready to fit the riser on. Let's put the screen on first. So it comes with a little holder for the remote control.
So what does that do?
That's the remote control to turn the fan on or off.
Cool. I didn't know it came with a remote control.
Let's take the glass off and put the riser on.
Does add a little bit of height to it all, doesn't it?
It does just a bit.
See if it makes a difference, I suppose, at the end of the day. Right, so the original glass from the printer then fits on top of the riser of this, is it?
Yeah.
Right. So I suppose, yeah, if you're selling something as an accessory for a printer, it makes sense to print out the parts that go with it. It's going to be a lot cheaper at the end of the day, I suppose, isn't it? Mad?
Yeah, and if you break a part, it means you just print a new one.
Yeah, Richard did tell me he broke something earlier, I think.
One last step, and that's putting the filter in.
And that's what it looks like at the front at the minute. Oh, we've got a new firmware update. We'll have to do that as well. And that's where the remote control fits. Right, me get out the way again.
So we've got an active carbon filter. Slot it in. There we go.
And that's where it slots in, just by there.
Yes, and we switch the fan on.
So that's it, all complete.
Yeah, it looks quite neat.
Cool.
And raises it up, filters your air.
So thank you, Alveo 3D, for sending us your filtration kit. All we can do is try it out, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. See if it smells any different in here, but we'll print in.
Yeah. Yeah, but am I right in thinking that certain filaments are worse for giving off fumes than other ones?
Yes, some of the hotter filaments.
Right.
Like petchy, etc.
Ah, there you are. Cool. I'm going to leave Richard do all the putting in of the tubes. Right, I can hear the fan working. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if it makes a lot of difference in terms of noise and things. Definitely looks a bit different because it's a bit higher. Will we notice any difference with smells and things like that? As I said, we haven't really noticed an issue, but it could be we haven't been using certain filaments that are a little bit smellier and give off more fumes and things. So yeah, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give us a like. There is going to be more 3D print stuff very soon, I promise. Leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.